name is Lucy and today I'm going to be doing a book haul, which I'm so excited to do. So I have a ton of physical books and then I'm going to briefly go over my ebooks and audiobooks as well. So these are books that I've acquired in the last few months. Some of them were gifted to me. So let's get started. So first I have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. So I absolutely love this cover. When I first saw it, I wasn't really impressed. I preferred the American cover. But now I have it in person, it is stunning. It's so pretty. So we have this all of the way around. And then inside, like seriously, this book just looks beautiful. So in this book we're following Addie, who in 18th century France is engaged to be married, and she doesn't want to get married. She wants to go and be free and live her life. So she makes a deal with a devil or something, and it means that she can basically live forever, but everyone will forget her. She cannot leave any traces behind. If she tries to create something, it's just erased. So this sounds really interesting. We've switched between 1714 and the 2000s, and apparently there's a romance in here as well. So I am really excited to read this and I'm really hoping that I will love it. I haven't absolutely loved any of V. Schwab's books so far, but I'm hoping that this will be the exception for me. I've heard a lot of people who have felt the same way and have loved this book. So I'm really hoping that I will love it and I'm so excited to read this soon. Then we have Stranger Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and this was gifted to me off my wish list by Robin. So thank you so much again to Robin for sending this to me. I'm so excited, thank you so much. So in this one I think we follow a librarian who is asked to go to this lost city, and the name of this city was forgotten years ago and they just call it Weep now, and he's going to go and find out what happened to it. So I'm really excited to read this. It sounds really interesting. I also have A Daughter of Smoke and Bone on my list to read as well. So I will probably try and read that one first and then this one, because this is the second series by the author, I believe. So yes, hoping to read this soon. Then I have two books by Brandon Sanderson. So we have The Well of Ascension and The Hero of Ages. And these are books 2 and 3 in the Mistborn trilogy. I read The Final Empire, the first book, in December and really loved it. I have a review on my channel, so I will link that down below. And I love these covers and I'm hoping that I will love the rest of this series. And then we have the Avatar comics. So this is Avatar The Promise, which is the first trilogy of comics set after the show Avatar The Last Airbender. So we have part 1, part 2 and part 3. So far I've read part 1 and I did enjoy it. It wasn't an absolute favourite, but I did really like it. If you love the show, then you will probably enjoy these. These are really short though. You can get a bind up of all 3, but I did like the individual covers. And on the side you have the characters as well, which I think is really cool. So this starts right where the show left off. And you just find out more about what happened, because we don't get to see everything that happened after the show in Legend of Korra. So yeah, I will link these down below because they can be hard to find. But I know that Bookshop does them, which is really cool. So please check out that if you would like to. But yeah, I'm really excited to read more Avatar comics in the future, and I can't wait to get to the rest of these. Following on from that, I have The Rise of Kyoshi by F.C. Yee, which is a prequel novel to the Avatar The Last Airbender show, and it follows Kyoshi, who is an avatar before Aang. So if you haven't seen Avatar The Last Airbender, it's set in a world where people can master the elements. So each person can use fire, earth, air or water. They can only use one. But there is an avatar, and this is someone who is reincarnated every lifetime, and they are supposed to bring balance to the world. And they can use all 4 elements. And in this one we follow Kyoshi from when she's a child, and there is a case of mistaken identity, and people don't actually know that she is the avatar. So it is really interesting so far. As you can see, I've got my sections, so I spoke about that in my How I'm Planning to Read More video, and I will link that down below. But as of filming this video, I'm really enjoying it so far, and I cannot wait to finish it. And there is also a sequel that has just come out, The Shadow of Kyoshi, so I'm really excited to check that out as well. Then we have An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. So I do have a book chat video for this on my channel, so I will link that down below. But I didn't really enjoy it, and I ended up DNFing it. So this is a sci-fi set on Earth, and you follow a character called April May who finds this statue, and there is a mystery and we believe that it may be a first contact with aliens. Then I have The Wizards of Once by Cressida Cowell, who is the author of How to Train Your Dragon. And this is a middle grade novel where wizards and warriors have been brought up to hate each other, and they are fighting each other, but an ancient evil may be coming back and no one has noticed. And this also has illustrations in. So I'm really excited to read this, and I'm hoping to get to this one soon. Then I have A Sprinkle of Sorcery by Michelle Harrison, which is the second book in a series, and the first one is A Pinch of Magic, which is a middle grade fantasy, and I absolutely loved it. It follows three girls who find out that they are cursed. They each have a magical object, and the curse is that if they leave their island by sunset the next day, they will die. And they end up in this very situation, and there is an evil villain and magic and family, and it is just amazing. So I'm planning to read this one soon because I absolutely adored the first book. Check it out if you haven't already. Then we have Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. So this is the new Twilight book, and it's Twilight from Edward's perspective. It is really long, so I did read this and it was alright. It wasn't amazing, but you get to find out a lot more about the characters that you didn't know before, so that was interesting. And it is way too long, but yeah, if you like Twilight, then you may want to check it out. So those are all the physical books, and then I will pop the pictures on the screen for the next lot. So I have Graceline by Christine Kershaw, which is the first book in a fantasy series, and I saw this years ago and just never picked it up, so ever since I have wanted to read it. And it's set in a world where people have graces, which means that they are good at a particular thing, and the main character happens to be good at killing people, and she is used to kill these people. And then I think another character is introduced and things may change. Then I have 1Q84 by Haruki Murakami, books 1 and 2 in the series. And I love Murakami books. I've read 3 by him, and 2 of them I think I gave 5 stars. The other one I didn't enjoy as much. So I've read Norwegian Wood and Sputnik Sweetheart, which I quite enjoyed, and After Dark, which I didn't enjoy as much. And Murakami's books are contemporary but with a bit of magical realism, and they usually end open-ended. There are usually triggers in them, so I would warn you to check that out before checking out any of his books. And all I know about 1Q84 is that it has time travel in it, I think. So I'm really excited to check that out because I love time travel in books, so I hope that I enjoy that. Then I have The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding by Alexandra Bracken, and I've been meaning to read this for a while. And it follows this man who is, I think, haunted by an ancestor who is a ghost and possesses him. And I don't really know much else, but it just sounds very interesting. Next is The Humans by Matt Haig, and this follows an alien who comes to Earth and tries to learn how to be human. And I think it's going to be quite a comical book. I know a lot of people have loved it. And the last book I'm going to talk about is Hyperion by Dan Simmons, and this is a sci-fi set in the future, and a man wakes up from cryogenic sleep and he's trying to figure out where he is, and something big is happening and I don't know what, but I'm excited to check it out. I haven't read a ton of sci-fi, but I'm trying some more of it to see what I think. So that was my book haul. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check out my other videos, and I will have a lot of book reviews coming. So if you're interested in any of these books, then I will have individual book reviews for most of them, as well as wrap-ups. Please subscribe if you would like to, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in another video soon. Bye!